President Donald Trump lashed out at Democrats and Puerto Rico's leaders after Senate Democrats blocked a disaster relief bill that they say doesn't include nearly enough aid for hurricane-ravaged Puerto Rico. The $13.45 billion GOP-sponsored bill provides disaster relief to states impacted by hurricanes, flooding and other natural disasters, and includes $600 million for Puerto Rico's food stamp program, a figure well short of what Senate Democrats argue Puerto Rico needs after Hurricane Maria crippled the island in 2017 and led to the deaths of nearly 3,000 people. The bill did not get the 60 votes it needed Monday to move to a full-floor vote, failing by a tally of 49. A Democrat-backed bill that passed the House in January also failed to garner 60 votes as senators voted the bill down 48-46. The Democrats' bill would provide $14.2 billion in emergency aid, including more than $700 million for Puerto Rico's Medicaid and food stamp programs. Republicans have accused Democrats of playing politics with disaster relief, prioritizing Puerto Rico over the response to recent flooding in the Midwest. Trump has said he wants to limit any additional disaster relief money for Puerto Rico and has complained that aid money already given to the island has been misspent. The Democrats today killed a bill that would have provided great relief to farmers and yet more money to Puerto Rico despite the fact that Puerto Rico has already been scheduled to receive more hurricane relief funding than any place in history, Trump tweeted late Monday. The people of Puerto Rico are great, but the politicians are incompetent or corrupt. Puerto Rico got far more money than Texas and Florida combined, yet their government can't do anything right. The place is a mess, nothing works. Trump also questioned why the island was receiving $91 billion in aid. Critics quickly noted that the figure is similar to the estimate of damage on the island, but that Congress has allocated less than half of that for relief, and an even smaller fraction of the money has reached Puerto Rico. 44. Though disaster relief packages typically pass through Congress without much issue, Trump's unwillingness to send more aid to Puerto Rico has invigorated a partisan fight over the recent bill. Before Monday's votes on this disaster package, Senate Republicans must remember that, just as we leave no soldier behind on the battlefield, we help our fellow Americans when there's a disaster, wherever the disaster strikes. We do not abandon them. Period, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, a Democrat from New York, said in an op-ed in the New York Daily News on Monday. The President and Senate Republicans' actions on Puerto Rico can be described in only two words: cruel and nasty. Senator Chuck Grassley, a Republican from Iowa, warned his Democratic counterparts about the consequences of not backing the GOP's relief bill. To my colleagues across the aisle who have been spending a lot of time in Iowa lately as presidential candidates, how are you going to look Iowans in the eye and justify a vote against moving this disaster relief bill ahead? Grassley said from the Senate floor Monday. Puerto Rico's leaders pushed back against Trump on Twitter. Carmen Yulín Cruz, the Democratic mayor of San Juan who has previously been critical of Trump, tweeted that Trump can huff and puff all he wants but he cannot escape the death of 3,000 on his watch. Ricardo Rossello, Democratic governor of the island, tweeted an infographic comparing the number of public works projects completed in hurricane-impacted Puerto Rico, Texas, and Louisiana, and addressed Trump, saying, "We are not your adversaries, we are your citizens."